Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a latest update on Aerodrome. I will be looking at Aerodrome's recent news, and at the end I will go over its price prediction and price analysis. This is from my last video. So I do cover Aerodrome from time to time, so please feel free to go towards at the last section, or if you would like to know the recent news, you can check the next section of this video. So let's get started. So in terms of its news, this is going to be, I think, the biggest one. They actually dropped a pretty good article about Aerodrome itself, which is the jet engine of base. So basically, Aerodrome as of now is actually the backbone of the base. So if you look here, Aerodrome is the biggest DEX as well. I think that is by the big margin. Even the Uniswap has only around 285 million TVL, and Aerodrome has roughly around 700 million, which is pretty big. And as of now, the base is growing, so that means Aero will continue to grow, although it's actually down around 6.7%, but in the monthly, but still I think that's pretty awesome. So this is actually the recent article, which is the Aerodrome is a MetaDex. So basically, Aerodrome is a MetaDex combining the best of Curve, Convex, and Uniswap into a single streamlined protocol, uniquely designed to serve as the primary trading and liquidity hub of the base ecosystem. So they are actually going for the base ecosystem only, because for other super chains such as Optimism and others, we have Velodrome. And their features actually include AAM, Uniswap version 2 style VAM, Curve style AAM. We also have Uniswap version 3 style CIAM as well. We also have liquid locks where AERO is tradable, no derivative token needed. We also have auto voting relay that offers votium style auto voters and compounder. We also have rewards. AERO voters earn 100% of the stakes per platform rewards, which is pretty awesome. As of now, they have over 13,000 AERO lockers, which is pretty big, I think. If you look at their stats, they actually have over 650 plus TVL, over 25 billion annualized volume, which is pretty awesome. They also have over 100 plus integrations for their protocol partners. They also have, as we discussed, their voters. Their annualized voters have actually received rewards of over 30 million, which is pretty big. That means in the future, once we see more users, they will actually become AERO lockers. That means we will have a more demand for the Aero Coin itself. As of now, they have active accounts over 177k, which is pretty awesome. So overall, Aerodrome is doing extremely well. So this is actually Aerodrome versus Uniswap version 3 on the base. Aerodrome's TVL is more than 2x combined TVL of all other DEXs on the base, which is pretty big, I think, and it will become even bigger. So this is just a beginning for the Aerodrome, and I think it will continue to grow in the future. And if you look here, it's pretty awesome. After that, we also have the native USDC actually is growing on the Aerodrome. So Aerodrome recently partnered with the base to accelerate adoption of native USDC on the base ecosystem. Through the joint program with Gauntlet and partner protocols, Aerodrome steered the Aero rewards from USDBC, which previously dominated the base TVL. So as of now, USDC is actually becoming big, which is awesome, I think. So as of they actually had a USD TVL on Aerodrome grew to 150 million, which was actually over 1700% increase in the 5 months, which is pretty big, I think. So they do have a long-term builders as well, I think, which is pretty awesome. As for their vision, we do have Aero emission is going to decrease by 1% after 67 epoch, and I think which is going to be very interesting, and it will be very interesting to see how the voters will actually control the monetary policy to ensure the healthy epochal emission rate. If the epoch does decrease, the emission of the Aero will decrease. That means the supply of the Aero coming into the market will decrease. That means we will have less sell pressure, and I think which may actually end up, which may in the end could actually end up pumping the Aero Coin. Who knows? But I think it will be interesting to see once they do have that upcoming. So I think overall, this article was solid from them, and I think Aero will continue to grow because of this. So as far as the recent news is concerned, the Aero actually had new launches as well. As you can see, we have Aerodrome Finance, which is UST ST. We also have Synthetics UST SY as well. We also had Tsunami Protocols, ZunETH. We also had Metronome DAO as well. I think pretty good for the Aerodrome. Beside that, if you look here, Slipstream smashes fees and volume again, so they actually hit a new high, which is pretty awesome, I think. So they are actually reaching approximately around 175k to 250 million respectively, which is pretty awesome. After that, we also had volume record shattered. So last epoch, Aerodrome surpassed 918 million in volume, and Slipstream contributed over 80% of the volume. The VERO voters received over 5 million in total rewards, which was a pretty big, and this includes fees plus incentives. So last epoch and the average voting APR is around 50%, which is pretty big. So I think that means we have more users coming in to VERO or the Aerodrome Finance, which is pretty awesome. After that, we also had Slipstream daily fees actually hitting new highs as well. So I think this was big for them as well. And we also had Paraswap integration. So Paraswap is pretty big middleware for traders and DApps. As you can see, this is a pretty big DApp as well. So they actually had the integration of the Slipstream, which is I think pretty awesome. And beside that, we also had Atrix. This is from the base itself. They actually I think are giving around 200 ETH in rewards. This includes Aerodrome as well. And beside that, we also have others where Aerodrome is actually there, so which I think is pretty awesome for the Aerodrome. And beside that, in case of the base TVL as well, as of now it's going down after hitting I think new high around just a second, I think it's bugged. So just also here, so it base actually hit a new high, as you can see, which was pretty awesome, and I think it will continue to go even more. And I think if we look at the Aerodrome itself, just a second, so if we look at the Aerodrome is actually slightly down from its all-time high, but still it's doing pretty awesome if you look here. So if we look at the Aerodrome Slipstream, it has been growing rapidly. That is pretty awesome, I think. And Aerodrome, just a second, if we look at the fees and revenues, just a second, so these are fees by chain. So of course it's a base. As of now, they actually did hit a low in May 20th, but as of now they have started to go up, which is pretty awesome. And we also have protocol fees by protocol version. This is said that, so in terms of revenue, the revenue has started to go up again as well, which is pretty awesome. Overall, I think it has been doing awesome. And this is the volume. As you can see, the volume is actually hitting new highs, which is pretty awesome. And I think overall this is a pretty healthy for the Aerodrome itself, and I think the Aerodrome will actually continue to evolve even more in the future. So, and the base itself is actually growing up, so I think that's pretty awesome for the Aerodrome. And I think that is actually going to impact the Aerodrome in the future as well, because this base growth is insane, and I think in the future it could actually in the end eventually end up taking over the Aerodrome. Aerodrome is actually growing, but it's not that fast, and the base is growing more rapidly than Aerodrome. We do have the Blast as well, so these three I think are in the biggest competition as of now. So once I think the base does overtake Blast by a big margin, we'll see it overtake eventually the Aerodrome. But as of now, the Blast is doing pretty strong, as you can see, and I think that is most likely because of their airdrop. So it will be interesting to see once the Blast does actually drop their token, how the TVL will do, because we have seen many times that after layer 2 actually drops their token, the TVL usually goes down. But I don't think that we have a base token, so the base is actually growing because of its fundamentals. So it will be interesting to see how the base will grow after the Blast drops their token. But I think overall the base seems to be pretty strong, and of course the Blast is doing extremely well as you can see here. But once we have the Blast token, I think the TVL will go down, and that may actually end up coming to the base. So let's see what happens. But let's move to the price action, price analysis of the Aerodrome token. So looking at its price prediction and price analysis, as we can see here, it actually did retest this demand zone, which was pretty awesome, as you can see here, and it went back up again. So as of now, I think again it's trying to go up again, because as of now the market is I think in the market is bullish as of now, so I think the Aero could go up again, but I think we do have a pretty good resistance around 1.3 to 1.29 zone, and we may actually see a sellout here, because it has actually done that exactly in the past, as you can see, around 3rd May, and I think on the 4th May as well. So I think this is actually the trade zone as of now for this coin. So I think from my analysis, I think it will probably come back around here and go back around here once again. So I think still this is a pretty awesome entry around 85 cent to 76 cent. If it does go more down, I think we do have a pretty good entry around 69 cent as well. Even if it does continues to go down, I think we do have a pretty good entry around 65 to 57 as well. If it even goes down, we do have a pretty good entry around 47 and 37 as well, 42 and 37 cent. So in terms of its price prediction, I think we actually need to break out from this trade zone. This I think is a pretty strong trade zone, and if we do end up breaking this trade zone, I think we are actually at least heading towards, from the looks of it, I think we do have a pretty good distance around 1.53 to 1.51 as well. If we do break that out, I think we could actually end up hitting this zone as well. It looks like a pretty good resistance, because it has actually jetted from here, as well as it was a pretty good support as well. If you look here, once it broke the support, it went down. So I think it could actually end up hitting 1.97 or $2 if we break these two resistance. If it does break this one, I don't think we have any other resistance beside this one, which was its high around 2.37. Overall, I think this coin still does have a lot of potential, and as the base continues to grow, I think the Aerodrome will actually end up making new highs in the future. So this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.